So welcome. So we are now on. Last week we stayed on the heart because it was a big week with the solstice and with the moon. So we kind of stayed in the heart. But today we're moving on and we're moving up to chakra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The throat chakra, Vishuddi. And this chakra represents the throat and the shoulders. And many of us as women are blocked in the throat chakra. We find it hard to speak our truth and we feel like we need to people please all the time. And one of the best things about going through menopause is that you don't really give a shit about that anymore. The colour of this chakra is blue, and the element is either sound or space. So when we chant, when we sing, when we say all of those things, we're helping to release and doing breathing practices, which we're going to do today as well. This is also connected to the thyroid, and the thyroid is a little butterfly shaped it's not actually a hormone because it secretes hormones, but it's like a hormone gland that sits at the throat that's very connected with our energy and our metabolism. And so we're going to focus a little bit on that today and focus on opening the throat. So let's start with an oil. And a good oil for this is lavender. I'm using a hormone blend today. And the sound of this chakra is hum, H-A-M. So we're going to chant that today to open up the chakra. So take an oil. And maybe you just want to rub it on your thyroid, just honouring the thyroid. And take a breath, sit nice and tall, let your shoulders drop down. A nice way to visualise it's like a little blue butterfly at the throat. And I invite you to bring your hands down to your heart. And just take a moment as you breathe to just see if you can just hear the sound of your breath tightening the back of your throat. We call this ujjayi breath. So just tightening. Almost sounds a little bit like Darth Vader, you know that sound? This is a breath that gives us some heat. So just doing that, just tightening the glottis at the back of the throat. Dropping into the breath. Take a moment to make a little intention from this space of speaking your truth and your own self-expression, your voice. And we're going to bring the hands together at the heart and we're going to chant hum, H-A-M, just once to activate this chakra, the bija mantra. We're going to interlace our hands and bring our hands to the throat point. So just bringing the hands to the throat. And then we're going to inhale as we take the arms back and take the gaze up to the sky. And then exhale as the elbows come together and you look down. Inhale. Seeing if you can connect to that ujjayi breath, tightening the back of the throat. Exhale through the mouth. And again, inhale. Opening the throat. Exhale, speaking your truth. And again. Exhale. Last one. Hold here. And release. Bring your hands down to your knees. Take a few little neck rolls here. So if you get a lot of tension in the neck, the back of the neck, sometimes this can be a sign. And we're always trying to get this chakra balanced. So some people that talk too much and never listen, they can also have an imbalance in this chakra. So let's just do a little neck stretch. So bring in your hand. Bringing your right hand onto your left ear and bringing your left hand next to you. And just gently, gently easing that neck to feel a little stretch. Maybe walking that left finger away or off the floor. Breathing into that stretch. Releasing any tension mindfully. One more breath. And then walk your hand behind your head, just to this little area, kind of, it's called the occipital, just underneath where the skull is. And then just bring this left hand back and just draw the head forward. So you're just stretching. Exhale, release very gently. And then coming up and changing sides, hand on ear. Very gently walking that hand away, giving yourself a little stretch in the neck. And then bringing your hand around the back of the head, bringing the head forward, walking the hand back. Coming back to center. And then we're going to walk the hands. Actually, let's release the shoulders one more time, actually. Take the right arm up and then bring the right hand behind you. And then take your left hand onto your elbow and draw the shoulder down and take a little twist over to the left. So you're feeling that nice release in the shoulder. Letting out any little Monday stresses or strains, being present in your breath, changing sides. Feel that stretch from hip to top of elbow. Keep the head pressing into the forearm. Head up a little bit more, Andrea, so you're just feeling that stretch. Beautiful, lovely, lovely. And then we're going to just take a couple of little releases. So you're going to come to sit onto your, like we do for child's wide knee child's pose, with the feet together and the legs wide. We used to do this in pregnancy yoga, Cora, many years ago. Okay, so bring your hands in front of you. So your hands are down on the floor. And we're going to take a few little releases with lion's breath. Now with lion's breath, the other thing that we sometimes do is we boss the eyes. So we do this with the eyes. Can you see? And it makes you look funny, but it massages the optical nerves in the back of the eye. So, so if you want to do that, you can do that with me, okay? But this is about like letting yourself go and self-expression. And so many of us, especially in our English culture, we're so reserved. So you might feel really self-conscious of this. If you do and you hate it, then you need it, okay? So what we're going to do is inhale, and then when we exhale, we stick the tongue out, make this funny face, and then bring the eyes together and go, ah! And I understand if you've got neighbours or kids and you don't want to wake them up, but if you don't want to wake them up, then just do it another time. But we're going to do it 3 times. And sometimes you can really feel a lot of discomfort in the throat. People that are very blocked can feel really uncomfortable with this, okay? So we're going to inhale, we're going to do it 3 times. Exhale, clear it out first, sigh it out. And then we're going to roar like the lioness that you are. Here we go. Lovely, Cora. 2 more. One more. Lovely, lovely. And then let's make our way up to all fours. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to start to move into our cat-cow. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, arch the spine. Curling up. Inhale as you look forward, imagining that little beautiful butterfly connecting to your thyroid gland. Visualizing that beautiful colour blue. You can wear blue as well to activate the thyroid. Get nice and long in the spine. Last one. Release. And then coming down into puppy pose. Again, this is another symbolization of this and the heart. And bringing your hands into prayer. And if you can, walking the elbows forward a little bit, pressing the palms, bringing your head onto the floor, and just take a moment just to connect to that little intention, a word, a thought, a feeling, sending that prayer up to the heavens. One more breath. And then bringing your hands down, walking your hands forwards, tucking your toes, lifting your hips, coming into downward facing dog. And let's give the head a little nod here. So just releasing into the neck. Press into the hands, hug the upper arm bones in, press into the heels. So you let the head go, let the neck go. So there's no tension. You're looking at your feet, you're nodding yes, 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 to speaking your truth, to opening up, completely expressing. Take one more inhale here. Sigh it out. Hear your voice. And then we're going to step our feet towards the front of our mats. Take hold of the elbows. Have a little swing out here again. Let the head go. Let the head release. And root to rise, coming all the way up. Take your hands up over your head. Press the palms, stretch up. And then we're going to start with some hormone yoga today, just to help with brain fog, get the energy going. So the hormone yoga is that Bhastrika breath, the one where we go even breath, yeah, belly out, belly back, belly out, belly back. This tones the belly. And we're going to synchronize it with the movement, okay? So it looks like this one first, okay? Take an inhale and then an exhale, roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Beautiful. And then we're going to start with the hands going up, hands going down, and then we do side to side. We keep the hands up. Take an inhale, exhale it out. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So you want to keep the hands interlaced and then bring them all the way up to the sky. So my hands are interlaced, yeah? And my palms are pressing up to the sky. Now with this one, we go over to the left, over to the right with the same breathing. Take an inhale to start. Exhale, clear it out. We start on the right. Here we go. This is good to get the brain going. So there's no brain fog. We're on full charge today. 2 and 1. Come back to the center. Stretch up, lift up. Exhale, clear it out. Starting on the left. 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. Stretch up the hands. Bring your hands down to your heart into prayer. And then you're going to interlace all your fingers, but the index finger and the thumb are facing forward. Okay. Take those fingers up to the sky. Bring your right leg over your left. Okay, so bring the right one over the left. From here, you're going to lean forward. Now, you may just want to come halfway, or you may want to come all the way and see where your body's feeling. And then as we move, we do a little like pumping of the belly. So we just move a little bit to massage the internal organs, okay? And we're going to do that Bhastrika breath. So take an inhale. Exhale, clear it out. 5 pumps. Here we go. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Ooh, change legs. Opposite leg goes over. Peace finger, index finger and thumb forward. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward, either halfway or all the way. Take an inhale. Exhale, 5 pumps, a little movement here. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, coming all the way up. Bring your hands behind your head, release your legs, hip distance apart. And then we're going to do our little samba. So you really get into the bum and we move from side to side, but with that Bhastrika breathing again. So take an inhale, exhale. Here we go. Get sexy. It always makes me laugh, this. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Have a little shake out. Let go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then step towards the front of your mat. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. Exhale, float forward. Bring your hands to legs or to floor or to blocks. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, ground the hands, step back to plank pose. Take a little moment here, a little rounding of the back, tuck of the tailbone. Drop your knees, drop your torso, Sphinx or Cobra. Again, connecting into that little butterfly organ in your throat. Such an important little gland that secretes hormones. And then coming all the way back, knees apart, feet together. Just find a little stretch here. Inhale, curling up to all fours. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes. Tighten the back of your throat. Connect to that Ujjayi breath. The Ujjayi breath is a powerful breath to stimulate the thyroid. So just tightening the throat, hearing your breath. Downward facing dog. One more breath here. At the bottom of your next exhale, step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, look forward, flatten the back, straighten the legs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press into the feet. Take your hands up to the sky and then bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, ground the hands, step back to plank pose. Drop your knees. Drop your torso. Inhale, find your Cobra or Sphinx. Really roll the shoulders away from the ears. Find that space in the neck and take some little rolls of the head here. Coming all the way down. Pressing up to all fours. And come straight up to downward facing dog. Take a little pedal out of the feet here. Exhale. One more breath. Bring your left foot across to the middle of the mat. Take your right leg up to the sky. Inhale, stretch up, lift up. Exhale, plant your right foot in between your hands. Pivot the back foot and root to rise, coming up to warrior two. So your hips are facing the long edge of the mat. Take the arms wide, roll the shoulders down away from the ears, bring your head up. So if you're someone that kind of stoops in the head, today is really about feeling proud and opening your chest. Taking a breath here. Maybe you want to snuggle that right foot forward with the knee tracking over the ankle. So you're really feeling that engagement of the thighs lifting up through Mula Bandha. From here, we're going to wrap the right arm around the left, coming into eagle arms. And drop the shoulders down away from the ears and feel that stretch in the back of the shoulders. Option to just stay here or just start to find a little bit of movement with me. Maybe you just come forward and it might just be a tiny move. Check in with your low back, or maybe you want to come a little bit more. So your right arm is wrapped around your left arm and you're feeling that release behind the shoulders, and take your gaze maybe a little bit up to the sky. Just flowing. The legs don't move. They're very stable, your tree roots. Last one. Beautiful. Coming all the way up, releasing your arms. Taking your left hand on your extended leg, your right arm up and over. Exhale, both hands windmilling down either side of that front foot. Step back to plank pose. A little tucking of the tailbone, connecting to your strength. It takes a lot of strength to speak your truth. Often it's easier just to people please and say yes. Drop your knees, coming all the way down. Sphinx or cobra. Shoulders away from ears. Connect to your thyroid. Controls our metabolism, our energy. Release all the way down. Press back to all fours. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Tighten the back of the throat, ujjayi breath. Hearing your breath. Bring your right foot across to the middle. Take your left leg up to the sky. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, plant your foot in between your hands. And coming all the way up. So make sure the knee is tracking over the ankle. Go nice and wide. Use the legs. Grip into the feet. Draw that energy up. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears. Take your gaze over that middle finger on the left hand. I am powerful. I am strong. I speak my truth. And then wrap your left arm around. Eagle arms. Really draw the elbows forward and take the shoulders down away from the ears. Bend into that front knee. Just check your position, Andrea. That's it. So Andrea, snuggle that left foot forward more. Snuggle that left foot forward more. And you want your, so have a look at my legs. So you want your right leg straight and your left leg bent. And you want to be wide and you want your hips facing the long edge of the mat. That's it. Really get those legs because we're toning the legs, we're strengthening the legs, and then we're strengthening the core. Okay, and bring the arm round. And then you're just moving the top of the body. So the legs are like gripping and strong. That's it. Beautiful. Moving. One more. And then coming all the way up, extending the arms, legs don't move. Right hand extends down the length and leg. Inhale. Exhale, both hands come down to the floor. Step back to plank. Draw navel to spine. Drop your knees. Drop your chest. Coming up into your cobra, your sphinx. Exhale, release down. Press back to all fours. Downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. And as you exhale, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, release in. And inhale, root to rise. Take your hands up over your head. Bring your hands to your heart. So we're going to come into an eagle balancing pose here. So stand onto your right leg and bring your left leg around. It might not go all the way. It might just be a tree leg. Okay. And then you're going to bring the left arm around the right and find the same arms, eagle arms, okay? So you're standing on your right leg. And just take, you can soften, bend that right knee. Hopefully you can see me okay. So one leg is around and one arm is around. Standing on one leg, you know I'm always banging on about how good this is for us. Find your breath. Really we want to stand on one leg for like 30 to 60 seconds, but we're just going to stay for a few more breaths. See if you can just find your balance. 2 more breaths. And then releasing your arms, bring the torso forward. Your flying eagle, your soaring eagle. Once you really speak your truth and you're able to express yourself, you will soar like an eagle. And then bringing your hands back together, changing sides. Opposite leg, left leg comes round. Standing on the left leg, bringing the right leg round, sorry. And then changing arms, so the opposite arm comes around. Bring the elbows forward, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Hearing your breath. One more breath. Try and find that steady And then release your arms, bring your torso forward, your eagle is flying. Beautiful, and then release. And then we're going to come down to seated. So we're going to come to we're going to come on our backs. Time goes so quickly in this class. Now, if either of you have got neck issues, then you definitely don't want to do this, okay? But if you haven't, it's quite nice to have a towel or a blanket. But if you don't have one, that's absolutely fine as well. So I'm going to give you two options. I'm putting this towel or blanket behind my head, just so that it goes behind my shoulders. Hopefully you can see as I lie down. I do like to use a little bit of support for my neck. I'm going to move my camera so you can see me more, okay? If you don't have one, it's absolutely fine. So I'm going to give you two options. If you've got any little niggles or back or shoulder issues, then the version that you'll do today is this, okay? Where you just put the legs up. This one, even, where we bring the arms and the legs up. If your shoulders and your neck feels absolutely fine, you can come up with me into a plough, but don't look at me. Just look at your own legs, okay? So you can take this version of shoulder stand, so look at me before you do it, or you can walk the hands up the back and start to come up, but don't look at, just look ahead. Just choose the one that you want to do, and just listen to me rather than looking at me. And this is really good for the thyroid. To balance the thyroid, we want the chin to be tucked in. If it feels funny for you, then drop down to the other one or just put the legs up. See if you can find that ujjayi breath by tightening the back of the throat. Two more breaths. And then we're going to bring the legs over the head. So they might just come a little way over the head. It's a nice stretch in the low back. Or if you're quite flexible, maybe your legs come down to the floor. See where you're at. Two more breaths. And then very slowly, with your hands on the floor, very slowly, vertebra by vertebra, start to bring the legs down. Bringing your legs onto the floor. Then you're going to bring your hands under your bum. So roll your bum onto the backs of your hands, So your palms are on the floor and your bum is resting on the backs of your hands, okay? Straighten your legs, and then you're going to start to press up to your forearms. So you're coming onto the back of your head. It's like a baby fish. So you're coming onto the back of your head, your chin is up, and you're just taking a breath. Again, just connecting into that throat chakra. Vishuddi. One more breath. So we're keeping the head on the floor so it's a nice safe fish. Pressing up through the chest. And then releasing all the way down. And bringing your hands on the floor, palms facing up, let the feet flop out. We're going to take 5 breaths in Shavasana. Allowing the body to ground. Last 2 breaths. Start to bring your awareness to your breath, to your throat, to your shoulders. And then bring your knees in towards your belly. Take a little rock. And then we're going to roll over onto our side and make our way up to seated. And let's finish how we started by chanting hum. H-A-M, but we'll try it 3 times now. Just close your eyes, visualize that intention or anything that you want to release, any blockages. Just let them go now with a voice and really get that, really open the mouth. Two more. Namaste. Thank you, thank you.